Inevitably, cultures are an expression of the values of a people. The values are drawn out of traditions and rituals and habits and language, and all of those are inevitably tied to the things that matter most to the people. Inevitably, therefore, a culture is the legacy of faith. You can't get around that at all, and cultures that attempt to get around that are really just cultures in transition from one faith to another. So in the end, culture is a manifestation of faith. G.K. Chesterton has said, "A culture is the accumulation of rituals, symbols, traditions, and habits, those things which grow out of a people's perception of what matters most." In other words, a culture is a legacy of faith. Because culture, the word itself, is drawn out of the word cult, as T.S. Eliot points out so clearly, the manifestations that we have in society, the way we relate to each other, the way we do business, the way we transact our regular rituals in community, are necessarily drawn from cult, or in other words, from faith. Religion is an inescapable concept. Everyone worships someone or something. And so when people start talking about humanistic values, when they start talking about putting man at the center of all things, letting man be in control, essentially they have turned the worship of God into a worship of self. As a result, they have propounded this notion that we're all gods, and ultimately we're all sovereign in our sphere of influence. History demonstrates that when man thinks that he's in control, those are the times when societies are the most out of control. Today we have more consistently applied the religion of humanism than at perhaps any other time in all of history. And look what it has wrought. What a societal mess we have made of this business of putting man at the center of all things, man in control of all things. Humanism is an utter and complete failure, precisely because man's actions are so arbitrary and ultimately so cruel. Humanism is a failure because we have made a God out of a creature rather than the Creator.